Okay, I got one on emotional sovereignty today. It's kind of short, but we got to get through it. So let's just get through it. Here we go. Oh, don't start recording. Okay. This is a continuation in our series on the path to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. My camera started recording early, so I wasn't quite ready. Hi, welcome back. Our next segment is on emotional sovereignty. I've been seeing a lot of solar activity, particularly overnight last night. Stefan Burns, or officially geophysicist Stefan Burns, released a video this morning talking about it. Kind of kept him up last night, and it sort of did the same for me. I was up every couple hours, vivid dreams every time. There's an increase, there's a shift going on right now. Pretty fascinating, so go check him out. He's I think geophysicist is kind of like a self-title, but from what I've seen, he's earned every bit of credibility for that title in doing what he's doing. It's just a weird energy today, just overall. I don't know what it is. It feels like very absolute energy. There's no give to it. There's no like, it feels like a very masculine energy. And that could just be me because I'm in my solar return. So a Leo moon. So it could, I don't know. It could have something to do with that. I don't understand all of it. Maybe Alex, if she sees this, would have a thing or two to say about that. Yeah, just I know I'm not the only one that's feeling the energy. It's just in ways hard to describe, but it was very different today. I actually sort of struggled at first with this segment. It's not my favorite segment, but it's one that I think we have to talk about in our path to spiritual awakening. We covered in the first topic, we talked about masculine and feminine energies, and speaking about the sun and solar activity, it gets you thinking about the masculinity of the sun, the femininity of the moon, and how the sun is chaotic. It's a generative force. It's constantly blasting out and exploding and imploding and just doing all kinds of crazy shit, and it just doesn't care. It doesn't have a care in the world for itself, or what it knows it's doing its thing, but it doesn't even need to like care like the effect of that thing, because it knows it's effective. It's just inherently ongoing. But the sun cannot see its own light but for the reflection of the moon, which shows us in human perspective, because we are a reflection of as above so below. From a human perspective, that's the male just putting out his radiance and his generative creative capacity to abilities, and not looking for the reflection, not looking to receive anything back. Like the sun doesn't receive anything back. I mean, we bounce heat back to it, and light, obviously, but it's not looking for it. It doesn't need it, obviously. But that, according to the other Alex, again, Alexandra Francesca, says that is the masculine energy in its healthiest form, is one that is not looking to receive, but only to just put out what it does and confidently. So that's covering masculine, feminine energies in a nutshell. We broke down narcissism, how, what it is, how to address it, like why we do it, what it's hiding, like all kinds of great stuff in that in my second video in this series. And that brings us to technically be the fourth video. I might even just start a new, but it still is covering the path, so we'll keep with that. Emotional sovereignty, being crucial for maintaining one's own inherent sovereignty in life, is discerning whether the emotional state is serving your higher purpose, and if it is not, actively transmuting it. Identifying which emotions are yours, understanding that only we control how the world and the people inside it make us feel. I'm gonna just put a thing in there, that's better. Developing the ability to see, hold, and even feel the emotional states of others without feeding them or feeding on them. A person who is in a heightened state of emotion will defer to those emotions if left unchecked. Your level of consciousness is the climate that sets the tone. Where are you on that consciousness scale? Think of that like the climate, and think of the level of your emotional state as being the weather. So your consciousness affects your emotional state, yes, but your emotional state doesn't exactly dictate how you're going to feel over a period of time. More like your state of consciousness and maintained at higher levels can overcome a lot of those lower level of consciousness, lower level weather patterns, everything that we see. The higher up you are, the less affected you are by those lower vibrating frequencies like fear, anger, doubt, those sort of tools that they would use to control you. What is raw emotion? Raw emotion is unfiltered, unbridled energy that is chaotic to those who wield it or feel it. Having emotional integrity is being able to filter that raw emotion and having discernment for what is truly aligned to act upon. Emotions can be volatile when they are with no abandon. Emotions can be volatile when they are wielded with no abandon. The faster we become at being able to perceive, process, filter, and channel our emotions with integrity, the stronger our emotional discernment becomes on our path to emotional sovereignty. That ends that segment. If you have more to add to that, if there's more I should add, I feel like there is. It's just not my favorite subject. But if you'd like me to expand on that some more, or have any ideas to add, please let me know. Thank you for watching, and looking forward to seeing you in upcoming videos. And until then, never stop spreading your light. I look so much different from this angle. I like this so much better, but is this too close? Like if I sit here and just make this the whole video, would that be too close? Let me know. Could hold you out here, then I can't hold my book. See, right about there, only it's about 10 inches off my bed, floating in the middle of nowhere. There is so much more to say, especially with the state of things in the world. I just not finding the inspiration. There's so much to talk about. Look at that beautiful sun shining in. It's gorgeous. That is something else. Okay, so if I rest my arm on the bed just like this, that seems like a good, decent angle, and might even be able to hold my book up and read. But